The today's outline of the class is user testing. So this is the last point in the software testing, user testing. So what do you mean by user testing? Users means who can use the software product, who can use it, user, customers, or user or customer testing is a stage in the testing process in which user or customer provide input and advice on the system testing. So users can give or provides input and advice on system testing. User testing is essential even when comprehensive system and release testing have been carried out. So the reason for this is that influence from the user's working environment have a major effect on the all the properties. One is the reliability, performance, usability, and robustness of the system. So the environments influence from the user's working environment, that is one important, that is effect of reliability, performance, usability, and robustness of the system. So there are different types of user testing. One is alpha testing, beta testing, and acceptance testing. So what do you mean by each type of testing, user testing? So users of the software work with the development team to test the software at the development side. So user can work with the development team. At that time it test the software at the development side. That is called as a alpha testing. The beta testing is a release of the software is made available to the user to allow them to experiment and to raise the problems that they discover with the system development. After releasing that software, so users can allow that system to experiment it and finding the errors they discover with the system developer. So finding the bugs, that is called as a beta testing. And acceptance testing is customer test the system to decide whether or not it is ready to be accepted from the system developers and deployed in the customer environment. So after releasing that product, so customer can decide it whether that product is acceptable or not, means it gives all properties very good, and so it is called as acceptance testing. So these are the different types of testing: alpha testing, beta testing, and acceptance testing. So the acceptance testing process diagram is shown here. First you have to define the acceptance criteria. So what are the criteria for that acceptance testing? Plan acceptance testing and derive the acceptance test and test it. Run acceptable test. Negotiate the test result. Generate the test report. Acceptance or reject the system. So these are given the stages in the acceptance testing. Define the acceptance criteria, plan acceptance testing, derive acceptance test, run acceptance test, negotiate test result, and accept or reject the system. And the next is the agile method and acceptance testing. In agile method, user or customer is a part of development team and is responsible for making decision of acceptability of the system. Here, customer is a main part in the development team and is responsible for making decision on acceptability of the system. The tests are defined by the user and customer and are integrated with other tests in that they are run automatically when the changes are made. There is no separate acceptance testing process. The main problem here is whether or not the embedded users is a typical and can represent the interest of all system stakeholders, and there is no separate acceptance testing process. So all these PPTs are taken from the Anne Somerville. Thank you.